Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of the Lift and Shine podcast. This is your host, Coach C. And my life had been a little bit rocky, to say the least. As I like to say, we all have seasons. And I say this a lot because if you look at your life as seasons, then you understand that every season doesn't last. When something's going on in your life, changes are happening, challenges, obstacles, I like to call them lessons. They all happen for a reason, but know that it never stays there. It's not permanent. So I always call it a season. So the season that I've been in is change, growth, independency, and I am very, very excited for this new chapter. I'm excited for having the retreat in less than 2 weeks. Super pumped about that. And also having 3 beautiful puppies around me, which let me tell you, the past couple of days, because they were on the streets, 2 of them, for most of the time. So the past couple of days have been interesting, I would say. But last night, finally got a good night's sleep. I figured out how to put them somewhere where they won't chew anything. And everyone keeps telling me, go get them chew toys. Let me tell you, I've spoiled them with chew toys. My paycheck goes to my dogs, like the food, the toys. I swear, it's like it goes all to them. And I'm okay with that. But so I just want you all to know that they've got toys. Like now I gotta get 3 of each every single time. So thank you, God, for Amazon. But anyways, that's a little bit about me and what's been going on in my life. And I just want you all to know that if you're going through a season right now, it shall pass. It will pass. And always remember that everything happens for a reason, for you. You're guided in a way. God's got you. God's got you. Universe has got you. Whatever you believe in has your back. You have to just trust the process and surrender. That was a big one. I had to surrender and just let it be and say, okay, this is the path that I'm taking. This is the path that I'm going on. And I'm really, really excited to be here. I love this new home. It's so peaceful. It's a little bit away from the city where most of us used to live in Tulum. I've been here for 4 years and now it's a little bit further, but I love it. I'm a homebody. So I'm okay. I mean, the grocery store is right here. We've got a gym here and there's one close by as well because it doesn't have any equipments here, but it's got enough for my cardio days. And when I say cardio days, I mean the treadmill, walking slowly. I don't run or do crazy HIIT classes. All right. Let's see some of the comments coming in. When I'm getting through this fun winter weather. Yes. Where it's cold out there. Listen, you have a chance to come here. And we're going to talk about this right now. Actually, let me dive into this topic of you don't need another vacation. And why I say this is because I was that individual who would book vacations all the time. And I used to book vacations when life felt heavy, when I needed to escape, when I told myself, I just need a break, like beaches, right? Flights anywhere, all inclusives. And for a few days it worked, right? I drank a lot back then. I had fun. I ate, you know, the whole 9 yards. But every single time I came home, the crash hit harder. I felt more depressed than when I left. I felt more lost than when I left. And has anyone ever felt this before? Where the sadness wasn't gone, it was just waiting there. So have you felt like you've been on vacation and you go there all excited, getting away from reality, but you come home feeling worse? If you felt that, this is for you. Because let me tell you my truth and my past. I wasn't traveling to expand my life. I was traveling to escape it. I didn't want silence, silencing the mind, finding peace within. I didn't want that. I didn't know about that. I wanted distraction. Why did I want distraction? I wanted distraction because I wanted to ignore everything that was going on inside. I didn't want to feel. I just wanted relief. So when my vacations would end, I'd go back to reality, and I had to face the same reality that I had before leaving. And what actually happened was I actually felt more disconnected than ever before. It's a fact. Has anyone felt that? Has anyone said, I need a vacation, I need a vacation? They go and they come back and they're like, oh my gosh, I need another vacation. I know so many people go on vacation to escape reality and come back feeling worse. So that's when I realized a vacation gives your body a break, and a retreat gives your life a reset. When you go on vacation, so the energy you get from a vacation is you're numbing, you're over scheduling, you're drinking, you're scrolling, you're talking to everybody, you're avoiding things that you should be actually handling. So it's kind of like that saying, like, let me forget my life for a few days, right? Let me just forget about everything, forget about the kids, forget about the husband, or if you're on a girls trip, forget about everybody. And I'm just gonna have fun. The difference between that type of energy on a vacation versus a retreat energy is that you're actually slowing down enough to hear yourself again. When was the last time you sat with your thoughts? When was the last time you journaled? At a retreat, you're going to start feeling safe to release what you've been carrying, especially because you'll be around individuals that have the same mindset. There's going to be movements in the retreats that reconnect you to your body. You're going to have conversations that remind you who you are, that will change your life. And not only are you going to have fun, but you're going to leave lighter, not because life disappeared, but because you changed. And that's the scary part too, because you are going to change. A vacation ends when you unpack, when you come back home, but a retreat keeps working long after you're home. Let me explain my first retreat. I didn't have the money for it. It was a first day of school as a teacher. I used to be a teacher in Toronto, those that don't know. And it was after COVID, and it was 2021. And I was going back into teaching in the classroom, and day one of school. And I booked the retreat ticket without realizing it was the first day back to school. And I was like, oh my God, what did I just do? After I booked it, which was a couple $1,000, I put it on a credit card, and I was like, I'm going to figure it out after. I know this is where I need to be. I just knew it in my soul. And then not realizing that the plane ticket was a couple other $1,000. And this was only for a 3-day retreat, no accommodation. There was like 2 meals, and it was like protein bars. And listen, but this retreat changed my life. And that's why when I offer my retreat, I'm not saying this to purchase a retreat ticket. Listen, you're more than welcome to come, but I'm saying this because a retreat may just change your life. It changed mine. So I went to this retreat. I sat in a room with other individuals, like-minded, and I sat in listening to their stories, listening to their success. And I told myself, this is it. Woo! Chills, goosebumps. When I got chills, it's like I feel that I'm on the right path. And what I'm saying is like coming right through me, because sitting in that room 5 years ago with other individuals that told their story and how impactful it was with other people and what they do and the coaching aspect, I sat in there and I said, what makes me any different than every single one of them right now? So after this trip, it was in BC, Canada. I flew back to Toronto. I went all into my business, all into myself. I invested so much in myself to make sure that I grew as a person, as an individual, as a coach, as a friend, so I can show up every single day and be the best person that I can. And the first time that I went to this retreat, I was scared, fear, but I wasn't going to let fear hold me back. There was no distractions. There's no running. It was just me going and the truth that I'd been avoiding for a very long time. But going there is when everything changed for me. Everything changed. I met people that I still talk to now that we are continuously helping each other grow, not only in our business, but in our self mindset. So what happened when I came back, I flew back to Toronto, I came back clear with a clear mindset. I felt grounded. I felt strong. I felt empowered. I felt motivated. And I finally connected to myself again. I finally knew what I was here to do. I finally found my purpose, my vision. And that was the first time I started creating a vision board. And ever since, I've had 5 different vision boards, and they're on my wallpaper, and everything that's been on my vision board has come true. So I'm not here to convince you to come to my retreat. I just want you to ask yourself one honest question. Do I want a break from my life or a breakthrough in my life? Think about that one for a second. Because if you've been stuck, feeling unmotivated, wanting more out of life, and you're tired of escaping and ready to return to yourself, to that inner child that you've forgotten about, that playful little girl that when I talk about the little girl, I see myself, that little girl that just likes to have fun. And along the way, we forget about that little girl because we're so caught up with paying bills and working and the kids and the husband, everybody else around us and our job, our career. But where's that little girl? Where is she? I lost her a long time ago, and I resorted to drugs, alcohol. I was depressed. I tried to commit suicide a couple times. My father committed suicide. My uncle committed suicide. People around me were committing suicide. People around me were dying from overdose. I was in a very dark place because I had forgotten that joyful, playful little girl. Have you forgotten about her? Did you forget about that little girl inside of you? Just take a second to think about that for a second. Where is she? So let me ask you, do you do one thing every day that brings you joy, that brings you back to life? And if you don't, that's okay. Start today. But I want you all to know that a retreat isn't a vacation. Yes, we're going to have fun. We're going to go to salsa night. We're also going to do vacation stuff, but you're going to be able to release what no longer serves you. That's what a retreat is for. You're going to be able to find yourself again. And trust me, this is an investment in your life. This is going to change your life. So you don't need another vacation from your life. You deserve a life you don't need to escape from. So if you are interested, it could be mine or anybody else's, but my retreat starts in 10 days as of today. And we've actually got 2 tickets left. One individual wasn't able to come, so she had to back down from it, unfortunately. So we've got 1 room, 1 shared room, 2 tickets. Penthouses, all you can eat. There's going to be lots of food. We're going to go to the jungle gym. We're going to do workshops that are going to blow your mind. You're going to have breakthroughs after breakthroughs after breakthroughs. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster ride, let me tell you. But what you're going to get out of it is a new perspective, is light inside of you. And what a lot of people don't do, host retreats do, is they don't, once you leave, that's it, right? You go home and you deal with what you need to deal with when you go home. But I wanted to make sure that everybody that comes to my retreat is going to be well taken care of. So post-retreat, I have included every week for a month a coaching call to make sure you are implementing what you've learned at the retreat into your real life. So If you're interested, shoot me a message. March 1st to 5th is when the retreat is happening. 2 tickets, 1 shared room left. And that's it. So I hope that shed some light to you. And if you can't make those dates, we've actually opened up another retreat for in May, and it's already getting filled up fast. So you might want to grab your tickets for that as well, especially if you can't make it to the March one. There's a May one. Mother's Day is in May. And listen, you are worthy of that Mother's Day gift. Ask your kids, your husband, be like, this is what I want to do, and this is what you're getting me, because I am worthy of it. And that's that. All right. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you all for tuning in. And make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my podcast, share this episode with a friend that could use a little break. And when I say a little break, I don't mean a vacation, but a break from life, from the reality, but come back. And I shouldn't say a break, a reset. So this person, whoever you think might need this, like share with them that they need a reset. It's somebody that you know that's feeling stuck. Maybe it's not you, maybe it's a friend. So share it with a friend. All right. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you all for tuning in. And as I always say, peace, love, and don't forget your protein. Let's freaking go. Bye.